now switch it on over to two different titans of the arena. Look at these squads. They are not messing around here, Max.
Yeah, I mean, really solid lineups on the two sides. When it comes to the PL Fmvp's got Tianyu, right, from KSG, AJ from Thunder Talk. You also have on the side of Tianbak QZ, that's just been popping off in the main tournament, and then Jing from Thunder Talk also. So two Thunder Talk players, and then you got the other side, the international FMVPs, which are going to be Top, Nolbu, Doc, and Federalis. And again, I'm telling you, man, Nolbu, I think he might just pull a Reva right now because this guy in TDM is an absolute menace from start to finish. He showed it a few years ago back against Nomi in the finals of the TDM show match in PMGC in London, right? That event, he just destroyed everyone. And I feel like that was the particular moment that a lot of people kind of put Nolbu as one of the best mechanical players out there, because the way he just moves around the map is just a thing of absolute beauty. It's a poem in the making here with guns. With that said, let's get right into our second TDM show match and see who's going to secure the big old dub.
Let's take a look. Jing trying to get some nice angles on the top. Wide on the open, but not able to hit those shots. Top doing a good job there of just applying that pressure, waiting for his teammate to put in the work for him. Doc as well, making things happen. And goodness gracious, the international FMVPs are starting off with a nice little 4-1 lead. Doc hits the headshot. Okay. Wow, look at these peaks. He gets the level 3 vest as well. That's a great start.
Yeah, really good, able to also cancel his leap animation just to get that done. That's the best way to do it here on TDM on Warehouse, just to really hide yourself back into a decent, safe position. Yeah, the point lead, no, has been reduced a little bit by the PL FMVPs. Definitely got to be a little bit cautious here of how things are going to be wrapping up. Of course, it's a BO3, so you need to get 2 wins, as you saw last game. The top, able to get himself a nice one secured. Doc so far, top eliminations, actually going to get himself another one down onto AJ. And you, as you highlighted earlier, Hotrix, you don't have the grenades, which I'm sure if we did, Doc would definitely love using that because his utility is just absolutely mental, but no grenade, so he has to go back into that CQC range.
It's all about just hitting them shots here in Macau. And we know all these players have hit plenty of shots in their careers. Now it's time to make it happen here in this TDM. 5-9 so far. QZZ did so well during the group stage. Ended up as being the player with the most damage mechanically, especially from that mid-long range. Just untouchable. But what can he do up close? Let's see as things are starting to slow down. Players just saying, you know what? All right, let's get a little reset here. Doc saying, nah, let me get out of here. I'm ready to get into the action. And just like that, gets taken out.
I love it.
It's a close one.
You saw Doc had the jitters. He's like, I haven't killed anyone in like 2 minutes. Come on. He just tries to send it. That is typical Doc fashion, right? He's pulling the docketing also in TDM, right? He's just trying to send it forward and try and get something done and secure those elimination points. That is what you would expect from a player like him. As Nolbu, though, trying to go for the heal up. Hey, Jing with the orb, though, picking up Top. I'm sure Top was willing he had that weapon, but that's not going to be the case. Nolbu picks up one onto Tianyu. Doc also picked off by QZ. It's all over the place, really, on the elimination feed. But it's 11-14 now. Pretty close. A small lead has been created, but it's very easy to overcome. Literally one squad wipe, and they're back into the race.
Nolbu on top so far on this squad with 6 eliminations. Doc right behind him with 4. Meanwhile, Top just applying that pressure onto QZZ. Much different play style than we saw from the last TDMs. Things a lot more calculated. Teams taking their time here. All about those tight peaks. And QZZ gets the better of Top in that one.
Come on. We'll see how things are going to be wrapping up. QZ. Nice elimination. So far, really even. Good elimination spread throughout the entirety of the PL FMVP gang. So just trying to hold the angle. Federalis trying to hold down the middle of the map. He's got the off angle secured by one of his teammates. It's Nolbu taking down Tianyu with a great headshot on the AKM. And now it seemed like we saw a few scars in the last game. Hotrix, the scar just completely disappeared. AKM is the meta right now in this particular room setting. And really, I mean, all you need, right, is one headshot, body shot, and you're instantly securing that one. So everyone going to try and aim a little bit higher just to make sure they can instantly get that flush. And it's been working great, especially for Nolbu. There's up to 7 eliminations as a solo. Again, expected that this guy is going to be dominating TDM.
Yeah, we also got to remember there is a clock on this, guys. So there's 6 minutes remaining. Players are starting to put those pushes. Look at Nolbu going up to 7 there. Now at the halfway point for his squad. 20 total. Runs on into the building into a 1v2, though, and gets taken out.
Kind of a tough one, though. 20 to 17. Federales, good movement, but actually not even able to secure a single bullet's worth of damage. So really not the best engagement, as Nolbo also going to get taken away onto the right side of the map. But this is, I like the way International with MVP squad is playing. They just got this 2-2 split every single time. It's like they're playing a MOBA, just throwing it down the two separate lanes and trying to keep in check the entirety of the Pel Fmvp team. Federales, good engage here with the iron sight, able to get himself a bit of damage down onto QZ, forcing him to stay slightly more passive and heal up back to 100% HP. But you know what? He peaks too soon, and Federales, one bullet, and he instantly secures it as AJ looking for the second, and he will get the 1v2. AJ putting them right back on track.
Gets a level 3 vest, but man, what's the point of level 3 vest? Because these headshots are just so crazy from both these squads. Now we're starting to see the international squad getting a couple more eliminations up on top. Nice shots there from AJ, though. Trying to even things out here. He could do it. Could get into a 1v2 situation if he ain't careful. He needs some help from his squad. Caught in the reload with the laydown. AJ getting the better of Federales. Things are now tied up.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty even between the guys. Still 13 eliminations required if you want to take home the first out of this BO3. You can see that these angles are being purely camped because there's no grenades. One single grenade, and they would go way more aggressive, I can tell you that much. So they're just trying to hold their lines of sight, use the third-person perspective to its absolute limit, and get the win. But down to 30-30. Okay, compared to the previous matchup, at this point, Hodrix, you'd have maybe a 5 to 8 point difference. But no, at this point, it's still so close. And the teams now, they're going slow. They're not going for random pushes anymore, especially Doc. When Doc is not pushing, you know there's a lot on the line. They're just being so much more careful and making sure they don't give up free eliminations and create a lead for their competition.
It's because it's so close. But look at the clock as well. There's only 3 minutes, 40 seconds left here. So this could go down to the time. If it goes down to time, it'll be whoever has the most elimination will be the winner. And so right now, I mean, we're talking stalemate, baby. Nobody moving a muscle. Nobody wants to give the next team the lead. This next engage could decide it.
Maybe we should add grenades.
Right?
Just for this particular situation, it would help quite a bit.
What if they're just like, guys, let's just tie it. Let's just tie it. Let's just tie it. We're good.
Let's just make it work out so we all qualify. Okay, yeah.
Cool. Oh, never mind.
Oh, Xing is going to be spotted out by Doc. That's a good elimination secured. And then you have an aggressive duo sending it far to the rotation, almost over to the enemy spawn here. Just to making sure, maybe even a little bit of spawn camping is going to be happening. It's 34 to 31 now. And it's going to be down to 3 minutes left 35. On the timer. That is all but 35. 5 more eliminations required here, Hotrix, before we see if the International FMVP squad can take game 1.
They got it, because now the other team has to push out. Oh, never mind. Oh, they're starting to come back. Unbelievable. 34 to 35. The international team cannot play this way too passive and just try to get it done on time alone, because that will open the door for the other squad to push up. The EL squad trying to get their next elimination. Oh, they're down 2 now.
Oh my goodness, Top. What a crazy shot right onto the right side peak. Trying to get it to onto Chan, who almost gets it. I believe there was one headshot in that spray.
So close.
But he does get punished eventually. 37 to 35. 5 more eliminations. Can the POF MVPs catch up? Now 2 more required. International. Or will it be PEL for the win? But at this point in particular, you will be playing so defensive if you are the red team, waiting for the other squad to put himself in danger out in the open. And that's when you punish it and try to secure the win. They have everything heading their direction. This game is locked in unless a massive fumble happens. But looking at the elimination spread, 13 eliminations for QZ popping off in both Battle Royale and TDM. This guy is destroying the lobby. But can he redeem it in the eyes of his team?
Minute 30 on the clock. Team Blue has to push up. We're going to have to see the PEL squad make a crazy push. And right now, the international team just playing so careful, just waiting, pre-firing, everything. Yeah, all you got to do is run down the time, and you're going to win this. Wait for them to come to you. They have to. They are the one down the points, and they make the push, and it's the international squad catching them slipping. But